Physics Project with Anthony and Brendan. I'm Steven. Experiment question. How much time will it take for different floatable objects to float above the surface of the water from the bottom of the tub? Link to the wider world. After doing this experiment, we found out the similarities of these floatable objects, that they float when if their density is below 1. Now we can also explain the reason why enormous and heavy boats float and why coins sink. Keywords: buoyancy, the ability of something to float on the water or any other fluid. Volume, the amount of space enclosed in a three-dimensional space. Mass, amount of atoms. Density, the quantity of atoms in a given area or space. Styrofoam, a kind of expanded polystyrene used especially for making food containers. Hypothesis: we predict that the material with the lowest density will float above the surface of the water the fastest, because as the decrease of volume means the decrease of force area. Variables table. Independent variable. Different floatable objects. Dependent variable. The time taken. Control variables. List above. Equipment list. This is our equipment list. Procedure. We think that the sixth step is the most important procedure, so I will read it out. Have at least 3 trials for every object to make the data even more accurate. These are our result table, or the data we collected. These are our density that we also collected. Now I'm going to show you guys a graph, some graphs that we made it. Discussion of results. According to the data, our hypothesis is incorrect, since we predict that the object will float above the surface the fastest if it has the lowest density. But after we have done the experiment, we found out that the balloon had lowest density wasn't the fastest to float above the surface. Lightness, heaviness, and will not affect the buoyancy. Only measure 7 objects since we didn't have time to do the 8th object. We are incredibly sorry for the lack of time management. If we do this investigation again, we think we should try more objects and we should use a deeper tub since the tank we used this time was too shallow. Thank you everyone.